This is a GCSE AQA chemistry question. It's from Trilogy 2019 paper and it's a foundation tier question. I'm going to recommend you pause, try the question for yourself and then review. So here is part A, parts B and C, and finally part D. So we have got in part A 2 reasons. Well, actually, let's go through the information. The following table shows information about carbon dioxide emissions in the UK. Emitted from electricity production, emitted from paper production, and emitted from all sources. Suggest 2 reasons why carbon dioxide emissions from paper production decreased from 2006 to 2015. So there isn't necessarily anything in the data to support this. We just need to think common sense and logical. It might be that people are recycling more paper, which means we need to make less. The production goes down. It might be that people are using less paper. Maybe they're switching to e-readers. Newspaper sales might have dropped, for example. And it might be that paper production has become more efficient. It's all about what might be here. We don't know for certain what the reasons are, but you can logically deduce these. On to part B, suggests 2 reasons why carbon dioxide emissions decreased from 2012 to 2015 from electricity production. Maybe there was a switch to nuclear power or renewable power. Maybe fossil fuel use was decreased. Perhaps we have an increased use of carbon capture. And maybe there was just less electricity produced in the UK. So it's a similar idea here. We're looking at ideas that fit with what we know and that logically make sense within this answer. For part C, calculate the percentage of the total carbon dioxide emissions in 2006 from electricity production. Well, let's take a look at the data. 2006, we've got 1263 comes from electricity. There were 6314 in total. What's that as a percentage? Comes out as 20%. For part D, it's a 6 marker. We've got our similar levelled responses that you will always see. Possible consequences of a future increase in carbon dioxide emissions. And we have a lot. We have got the idea there might be more greenhouse gases. There might be increased temperatures, more global warming, increased change to the climate. And then we've got the consequences. Ice caps melt, sea levels rise, we might lose low-lying land to flooding, temporarily or permanently. We might lose habitats for animals, which leads to extinction, which reduces biodiversity. We might have more extreme weather, changes in rainfall. We might have more droughts. We might have damaging effects on the yield of crops, which means food shortages, which means that food prices go up. All of these things, as you go through this chapter, you will be familiar with everything that's in this section. You need to be coming up with relevant points, the reasons and the causes of them in detail, linked logically, if you're going to get to that level 3. And that takes us to the end of this question.